Alright, my wingspan's roughly about 36 inches. I took a wooden dowel I had, 1/8 wooden dowel, and soaked it in water and put a slight curve on it before I cut it down. That was a 36 inch. And I laid it across on the straightest part with staying within the whole KF airfoil because it has reinforcement in it, but what I did with it was I seen how they flex a little bit with carbon fiber on some of the planes, the gliders, so I wanted to give it a little bit of a dihydral. So what I did was I actually wet the wooden dowel and then curved it and then glued it in after it let it dry, and then glued it in and gave it kind of a, you can see with the not my messy kitchen, you can see how the ruler lays flat on the edge, flat across the center, and flat on the other edge. That's giving it an uplift of about a ½ inch across the whole 18 inches per side. So the ruler lays flat across it, but you can see with using the ruler how it has a slight dihydral, which I think will give it more float. Next, I made myself some control horns. Motors on, put a 8x4 prop on it, a GWS EP8040, which is an 8x4. My motor mount consists of a couple pieces of foam laminated together. I laminated a few pieces together. There's 4 here. You can do 4 or 5, whatever you want. Make a square template out of I guess that's 1/16 thick plywood, 3-ply plywood. Mark the corner holes. On some of my motors, I have to mark a center hole and drill approximately a 1/4 inch hole in the center to allow the shaft to have a little bit of room and the E-clip to sit on it without stopping the shaft. Drill the holes for the corner, and then all I do is I pull wire ties through the corner of it and pull the wire ties to make it tight, and that's a temporary mount, which also works as a breakaway mount. And behind this motor, I also put double-sided tape to kind of cushion it a little bit, holding on, so it actually works better. So I think I might do that on future ones, is put the double-sided tape behind it, kind of give it a little cushion to tie it down. And that's her build so far. Wow, that's a lot of throw. Okay, low rate. Still a lot of throw. High rate. Wow, I should be able to really roll and loop that sucker. Now just to balance it and find a spot to put the battery in. I don't want to do it on the side, I actually want to cut a slot in it to put it inside. Alright, I got my somewhat markings for my CG. One on that side and one on that side. I kind of balanced it with my battery. Cut the little slot out for it. And stick out a little bit on each side. It should be pretty protected. I'll put some Velcro in there. Might tape it in place, don't know, but I'll definitely put a piece of Velcro on the battery and on the fuselage area. Now let's check the CG. And this is a little makeshift CG balancer. It's just a piece of wood. Actually, it's a 5-gallon bucket paint mixing stick. And I just put some really long nails that actually just drive till the tips hit the bottom. Do it on concrete so it stops when it hits the bottom. And then make sure they're wide enough to go around any fuselage you might build, but narrow enough that they're not way out on the wingtips and too wide for some of your planes. And then we'll go ahead and check the CG on this. And we line up our CG spots. Set this camera down for a minute. Sorry about the fingers. Line that one up and line that one up. Let me see here. It's right on the line. That one. Alright, on my CG line right there. That looks pretty level. And I still got a little bit more room in front of the battery, so I can slide it a little more forward. Not much, but a little bit, which I think will be. I'm really telling that side looks kind of really close, really far. I keep sticking my hand through the strap. This side's pretty close. 5 millimeters or so or more, I can slide it forward, which will give it a little nose heavy when I'm starting it. There we go. They're on the marks. You can see on this, the line is dead center of the little nail. I don't know if you can see it on that camera. And that side, the same. Looks kind of far back, but that's optical illusion. Just a direct diagonal aerial. See if I can do it that way a little better. But anyway, so now I got my CG, got everything set up. Now all it is ready for is the test flight. Wish me lucks. Thanks for watching. See you on the test flight. Crossbow SPARK. KF Crossbow SPARK. With a little bit of the hydro. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. I actually did that on purpose. And very well balanced. Almost too perfect. I hope she flies that easily balanced, as easy as it was to balance it. Thanks for watching. I get out and fly.